There is something happening in the northern region, especially the issue of land. And the other days, probably like 2 weeks back, Strike Machine was raising an issue of land grabbing by some general Temwa. And it's something that is being ignored by lots of people. And yet, we as change-seeking Ugandans can use it to our advantage. If we can probably create more strike machines in the northern region, because we are dealing with an era of information. We are not going to fight Museveni basically alone, physically or what, but we must use intelligence, information, and information is plenty for us to sensitize our people. So I would encourage Mama Alina Zedriga and the team in the north to really be supportive of the likes of strike machines who come out to reveal a lot of information about such issues to awaken their people. And I think for us, that's one way we can use to dismantle this system that has its roots rooted even to the grassroots. The other example I have is, for example, a district called Budaka. It's in the east. The whole district, you can imagine, these guys are using just alcohol, 20 liters of alcohol jerrycan, and they're giving it to people just to support them. This is what has been happening in their primaries. I mean, the level with which these guys lower our people, that they can easily manipulate them. And yet we can use it to our advantage. If we have so many comrades who are on social media, who can go on like spreading the message, because I think it's all about spreading the message. So if in the north, we can have the likes of Strike Machine, like 20 of them, okay, continuing to educate, sensitizing their people on the ground, but also on social media, like issues of land. These are issues we must touch and use it to advantage. We must understand every region, what are the challenges at hand, and how do we as NUP, how do we as change-seeking Ugandans use it to advantage? And so I was seeing that there's that gap, and I hope Doctor would, if this space is recorded, maybe the team and the party should look into that, because we're a few months away to next year. We have no time. Now, the other issue I also want to respond is about the issue of Buganda. Yes, we have Buganda, but trust me, there is a lot of dismantling happening. But the dismantling is between the people that the regime is using to be sellouts. Right now, we have so many sleeper cells within, and they're ready to manifest themselves at the right time. Now, everyone is coming for the cut, but we just have to keep our eyes on. The only thing we are going to do, honestly, to dismantle this system is, one, to use our skills at different levels. We must continue emphasizing the information spread, spraying it like further. We must continue sensitizing. We must continue, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitter, we just have to continue. You get? That's one way we are going to overwhelm them. Because once the information reaches our people on the ground, trust me, there's nothing that these people are going to do. The other thing that I want to talk about, we all know that internet is going to be switched off. We have not had a discussion on what we are going to do about that. We some time back talked about having a Starlink and all that, and we saw how the officials of Starlink met with Ugandan officials, and then they said there's something they're going to do. They signed out agreements and all that. But we must be realistic that the internet is going to be switched off. What's our way forward? What's our number 2 plan to make sure that we stay online? Okay, we must have, these are the discussions we must continue. The last one, I emphasize, guys, spread the information. If you see someone selling out, don't come out to try to derail and say, okay, you see, Yalan has sold us out. Now, you see, it's hard because some people use it as a double-edged sword to make you lose hope. People sell out. Let's just continue to double our efforts, especially with information, especially with spreading information, whether it's spaces during day, whether it's spaces during night, we just have to continue. We must overwhelm Museveni. Then on the D-Day, we must be willing to tell our people we are ready to go to the streets because that's the ultimate goal. Should this and that happen? Lastly, we must understand that the dictator is no longer in charge. It's his son that is in charge. So everything that the son is doing, it's perhaps preparing him to be in power. Okay? The changes in the UPDF, the changes at the airport, I mean, so many people are ignoring those things, but they're intended to quell information from going in and out. He's putting so many cadres, he's putting so many military personnel in different institutions. This is intended to prevent that time when we will be perhaps, let's say, calling out to the streets. So we must also look into those things and also plan ahead, like be 2 steps ahead. It's not just focusing on the politicians, or let's select this one. No, so many of those are going to be bought off. They're already even being bought off. But us is to continue sending the message down there, a hard message, a message of resilience, and also the message of information. Information is power. Educate our people. No one should dismiss online. Online works. It reaches, even in these districts we least expect. The reason why the information is little is because it's a few people that are spreading it there. But imagine if there are like 20 people, 30 people doing that. The message will still reach the ground. So mine was that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, comrade. I do encourage everybody who's on Twitter to go on Strike Machine, which is like Strike Machine 95, one of the voices of the North. So he does highlight a lot of, like, for example, all the injustice that's going on in the North. There's always the killings, the land grabbings. So please go onto his Twitter space or his Twitter page and give him a follow, a like, please. Thank you very much. I'm going to give the mic to Comrade Mimi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Comrade Ismail, and everybody that's on here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, whereby we've waited 5 years, we've been talking about this, and when you hear something like Mama Zedriga saying that we do not have enough resources, what are we going to do about that? I think right now it's about action. Action, diaspora. I know we've been doing protests. We cannot just say that we leave it for the people on the ground to do what they have to do. We have to come in and do something about it, you know. And we cannot just say that we leave it for the secretariat to figure themselves out. It's chitkwatako us Ugandans. It's concerning for us. Do we want change? Sometimes I ask myself, do we really want change? Or we just want to keep on talking about it every Saturday, every space we go on, we are talking about change. If we really want to change, we have to be involved. We cannot just leave it for His Excellency. We cannot just leave it for the Secretariat. We cannot just leave it for somebody else, for Docus, you know, who is putting up spaces every Saturday. You know, these spaces require money. This Zoom requires money, but we can't just be people who complain and never even want. Uganda, you know, we love other people doing their work, and then in the end we come together and cheer when the victory is there. But we never ever want to even contribute anything to it. Right now, Mama Zedriga is saying, Banange, we don't have a lot of resources, and she understands. What are we understanding as the diaspora? Just saying, let's leave it for the ground, you know, people to do it. We have to come up. We need umbrellas. We need these loudspeakers, mega simanya bichi. We need those things. We need people who can give people water. Okay? We need airtime. In fact, I'm gonna restart the other election. I had a bank for election, and I was really funding it by myself. But we need people who can fund people to give people airtime, to give people data. If you know we all come from different regions, Take it upon yourself and be funding data, data, having data. You know, people were talking about here, Comrade Munjimaton was talking about, what are the alternatives? Every, well, we had one election. We talk about, have we started thinking of alternatives? We are not going to sit here and start publishing them on alternatives here on the Gundi, because the junta is listening and his surrogates are ready to say, what are they do? What is their plan B? Let us be innovative, guys. Banange, let us not just wait people to be arrested. You people who are on the ground, namwe vigilant. You know, these people are gonna come to start looking for you to adapt to you. Watch out for your surroundings. You know, let us not be just people who are just being handed on, you know, they are just handing you to the slaughter pen. Protecting ourselves, you know. But the diaspora, we are not going to just, they are ground people. We have started this ngombombu. Tewali bantu, tebaina chebakola. Let us not, don't look at what other people are doing. Do something yourself. If mobilization, kwata omuntu, you start mobilizing people. Kwata ababoda boda, ba mobilizing, ba teka musente, ba mobilizing. This is no longer about waiting for the secretariat, and we are still waiting for the secretariat. What are you doing? When we are talking about these elections, it's not going to be in the diaspora. It's going to be on the ground. Tulekerawo kubeera ne excuses ez'okugamba nti no, because we are protesting here. Let the people also do. Tulina okukiteekamu, whether in the diaspora tukole protest, ku ground abaana tuba funding. Ate tetujja kutandika kutunulira things in the past, or they ate our money. Abantu beekwasa ne they ate my money, they ate my money. This is about do or die. If we want change, now we want to keep on doing these spaces every Saturday again. Let us do something. Let us start doing in the north. Bwebanga striking gundi yaliyo, let us put him. Ate namwe bawadde sente ku ground, don't just sit there looking for money. Nemuzikolamu byammwe, you know. People are sacrificing their money to do things on the ground, and then you go and do your own thing. Instead of going to make sure you're doing this thing. Twagala change is the question. Do we want change, or do we want to keep on doing spaces, protesting and complaining about people who are not doing this, are not doing, when you yourself are doing nothing? Banange diaspora, let us wake up. Me, I'm talking to the diaspora now, so get on a background. Data, betaga umbrellas, betaga t-shirts, betaga flyers, betaga you need even your magazine. Nti mukole we muti, musale we muti, oba mubafunira line eza Zambia, oba mubafunira line ezache. Get them. Let us stop talking. Thank you so much for now.
Yes, thank you very much, Comrade Mimi. We've got Comrade Ellen Prezo. I don't know if you're ready to speak to us. In the meantime, I've got Comrade Mary.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. I'm really sorry. I'm driving. I hope you can hear me. But I just wanted to touch on that point about fundraising. We did start in the diaspora, at least in the U.S. We have an official fundraising drive to help our people on the ground. Again, we wanted something centralized, but that doesn't mean that if you know somebody and you know they're doing the work, you can't support them personally. But the fundraising drive has officially started. The information for the U.S. I don't know about the other regions, but I know Dr. Hellman works hard to really make sure that we have things in place where people can be held accountable. So if we remember, that was originally shut down because of some accountability issues. So I just wanted to share that real quick, and I know there's a lot of noise because I'm driving, so it's in the chat for those in the U.S. And also, real quick, if it's possible, always to share, if we have a comrade that we want to follow on Twitter, sometimes it's hard to find them. Is it possible to share a tweet from them? And maybe a recent tweet in the chat. Then when we go to like that tweet, we at the same time follow them. It kind of makes things a little bit easier too. Thanks.
Yes, thank you very much, Comrade Mary. Comrade Ellen Prezel. Comrade Mugisha Edge, please unmute and speak to us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Am I loud and clear? Okay, thank you very much. First of all, salute to everyone who is on the space and saying or speaking. It's really my pleasure to address you all. I will start by requesting the host, because on every space I go on, regardless where you're fundraising from, as the people of Saturday online protest, I believe we can also do something and get in touch with the host or Docas, and we receive a certificate. Maybe it can be a 3-star certificate specifically for Saturday conveners as a pushover that we are coming every Saturday here and we have done something as people who come on Saturday, regardless of where you are from. Just as a sidekick, that is just a thought to you, the host. If the members, they could accept to that, we can say that people on the Saturday who convene here on Saturday with Docas, let us contribute something with Docas. Maybe we can receive 1 million shillings and we purchase a certificate which could be shown next week on Saturday, that this is a certificate we purchased and this is the contribution we gave in as people who are on the Docas Zoom meeting every Saturday. That was just a thought. Another thing I want to put a close, we are heading for the biggest time of all times. I've had my sister questioning and saying, are we just going to be waiting for every election cycle to come and start speaking and showing our dissatisfaction and whatever? The answer is, I believe, is no. We should always vie to see that we end this dictatorial regime in any way possible. Recently, last Saturday, I talked about constitutionalism and how the Constitution allows us to do whatever we should do in our power to see that this regime that has abrogated the Constitution is done away with. So with all the power we have, we should start doing what my brother Muji Martin has stated. We should start planning, because come September, we shall be in the elections. We're already in elections, but come September, we will be in campaigns. But we are still crying for resources. We are still, some people, we are not even comfortable in the chapters we are in. So this is not something small that we should just overlook. We should start laying strategies. For example, we should start pressurizing our chapters to see how far have they gone rather than blaming them. We should start questioning them. We should start pushing our chapters, people in diaspora, to see that we are ready to take power. We should make this the last nail to see that we end the dictatorial regime back in Uganda. To me, in the night shift with Muji Martin, I want to propose to Muji Martin, soon I want us to start teaching Ugandans in local languages what the Constitution says about the struggle, about power, and about change of regime, to make sure Ugandans have the confidence that they are fighting this fight in the confinements of law, in the confinements of the Constitution, in the confinements of their rights. If that's what we can give in, we should give in that. If we can give in cash, let us give it in. Let us leave the past from the past. Yes, we can use the past to plan better for the future. But if we hold on our hearts that I gave in my 1,000 last year, I didn't see what it did. Do you want change or you're comfortable? The answer is that you want change. You have to sacrifice for the change you want, my brothers, lads on this space today. We have a long way to go. Within our party, the National Unity Platform, those who are from the National Unity Platform, yes, we have sleeper cells, but we shouldn't sleep away with them. We should be ahead of them. For example, recently in the election of Nasara municipality, I saw a woman, Regina something, the mayor of Nasara municipality, yapping, speaking about if you're a Catholic, you look for a Catholic, even if it's not any ping at one day umbrella, just look for a Catholic, smile bichi, nze banyima kadi, ngena nkwata DA, nkwata omuti. Those are some of the leaders that we have. But should they drain our energy? No. Who needs change? It is you and me. It isn't Regina. It isn't anyone else. It is you. Have the belief in you. Have the energy. Have the zeal for the change that you really want. Dress yourself in the regalia of a fighter. A fighter can be in the way of speaking, can be in the way of action, can be in the way of financing. In the world of war, there are some people who didn't even take the guns, but their cows were eaten. Some gave in their children. Some gave in shelter. Some gave in information. And then the dictator came to power. Let us not be comfortable with the small endeavors that we are doing and giving in. If you think it is enough, you're lying to yourself. This is a war of a regime that has been in place for 40 years, and we want to end it, me and you. Stop thinking in box. Stop thinking about yourself. Stop thinking about the small things that you're doing. Think about the bigger good of the struggle. Don't allow anyone to advise you go in west when we are going in north. We all know the proper channels of information from the National Unity Platform. These issues of getting information and jumping up and down, we know how the National Unity Platform operates. Think like land colleagues, people in diaspora. I believe you're well informed and you are, at least you're open to the world. Think like a land people. Think like people who have been out and they know how systems operate and administrations operate. Emancipate your energy, emancipate your knowledge, emancipate yourself from thinking and listening and just consuming without adding onto what other people should consume from you. One problem we've got is that we are consuming a lot of information without input of our own thinking. I finalize my submission by calling upon all of us. They have already started, sabotaging the communication platforms in Uganda. If you don't know yet, for example, Muji Martin has the night shift, but they have started hacking his phone and doing all the nonsense they do always. But we get way to move around. If they hack today, don't stop. Look for another way. Let us make them busy. Let us not allow them to just, sleep comfortably. Let us itch them in every way that we can. Last but not the least, we are headed for the protest vote. We should start planning. No matter what we say, they're going to do. Let us start planning. I don't know how, but let us start planning. Let us start, building strategies. Don't mind wherever you're speaking. Some people who can act on that same strategy, they will pick it up from where you're speaking it from, and they will put it into action. Let us look for action-driven ways. These people have prepared themselves. to combat us in any way possible. What are we doing? Blaming ourselves, fighting each other, bickering, not wanting to put in what we should put in, when these people are categorically doing whatever they can do in their power to see that they entrench the dynastic authoritarian regime for centuries in our country. Let us not stop. Let us not wait only for Saturdays. Let us always be on our platforms, people in diaspora. Let us start making our own meetings in our own localities on how we can support the struggle back home. Let us always go on every platform that you think is change-oriented. You can sit there and keep quiet until you realize that, yeah, I'm in the right place. Let us create the net that we have always been having. Let us stop thinking too much. What we want is change. Nothing less, nothing more. What we want is a Museveni regime out of power.
Yes.
Nothing else. We shouldn't overthink and make our minds blast. Nothing else. That is the thing we want. Anything that adds to that, let's go for it. Thank you very much, my host, and my sister Dorcas for always giving us platform to speak to Ugandans on Saturday and people across the globe. Asanteni sana, afoye mate. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. God bless Uganda. God bless National Unity Platform. God bless the freedom fighters. God bless all the political prisoners and their families. May God bless all our families and put a hand of change in the land of opportunities, in the land of goodness, which is the land called Uganda. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade Mugisha. You put it so beautiful, and may God bless you as well. We've got our Comrade David SS. Please unmute and speak to us. Thank you.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me well?
Yes, Comrade, yeah.
Yes, greetings to everyone. This is David. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who is on this call and the persistence activities which we are having every Saturday. And I would like to thank the current speakers who have spoken what I had in my mind about what we are supposed to do. At this juncture, we have done demonstrations, contributions, and we know their results and the effect on our struggle. But at this moment, let us try to test any other means which we haven't yet touched on. With the information of our Comrade Mimi, which she has just addressed, I would like to thank her so much. The situation which we are in right now, for instance, we are tens of thousands of people in diaspora, but we need to have physical activities, personal or individual activities, responsibilities, rather than the communal or group activities as we tend to converge or to convene here and we exchange ideas. I know very well you are in diaspora, but we know where we are coming from. We know the districts, we know the villages, and we have people attached on us at home. We need to start making up some groups and associate with people whom we know very well that they can tell you the truth and what is going on. I may not give you the design of what we are doing at this moment, but if you can reach out to Mimi, I tend to communicate with her on how we can do these things. And we do these things constitutionally, because it's not that we are outside the constitution that we are practicing what we want, but based in the constitution, we can do things. And the current speaker said that we are doing each and everything constitutionally. So let us not shy away from the information, from the activities which we want to carry out. Some of us, we have already left the diaspora purposely for that issues, to test and to know what is going on, what can be done on the ground. what went wrong, what measures can we put up such that we can overcome the situation and the long-term pain that Uganda has been going through. So I request you kindly, get in touch to whoever you think that is true and fair to what we are fighting for, what we are agitating for, to see the plans. We need to multiply many cliques, many cocoons against one point, that we can do what we think that is viable to give us power. So thank you so much. I salute you. But some of us, we came back already in Uganda, purposely for that. Constitutionally, we want at least to test the waters and we see what can be done constitutionally. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much, Comrade David Essays. Comrade Marie, please unmute and speak to us. We've got another 10 minutes, then we're going to be closing. So we're just looking for people's closing remarks. Comrade Marie, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, bye mbadde njagala okwogera ebisinga Mimi abadde abyogedde n'abo abazzeeko naye I will still put something there. Bannange abaana ewaffe baavu. This is what you have to know. Abaana abo bwe mulaba abagenda ku street, abaana baavu. Omwana ava ku gundi ezo lorries nga talina kyagenda kulya waka. This, you should be aware of that. Ekyokubiri, nga Mimi bw'aleese ekiteeso ekyokuba nti nno tusonda, ate ne Comrade Mugisha era naye nga bw'aleese ekiteeso ekyokukola certificate wano ku mukutu gwe ogwa DOCUS, kirungi nnyo. Singa tuteekawo ensawo ey'okusonda, ate abantu abamu be bawulira okusonda nga batandika okudduka ku gundi ezo, ku platform ezo, bannange tewali gwe baforcing. Ekyokubiri, kyonna ky'oba oleese, don't mind nti gundi Mugisha asasudde emitwalo 8 ate nga nze nyina 2. Kyonna ky'olinayo kiteekewo. Nga bwe ngambye abaana baavu nnyo. Waliwo omwana gwe nawe omutwalo gumu n'afukamira ku ssimu e Masaka. So anything you have at all, let's do it. Ekyokubiri, eyo certificate ya DOCUS yeetaagisa. In fact, nze nyina kati almost 3 platforms zensonda gundi, zensonda ku certificate. It's not because sisobola kusasula yange, nze yange ejja kuba yange endala. Naye kasita ndaba abaana nga naawe bweweewaayo obateekamu that impression, that ekidumusa ekyo, nkikola. Nentwekayo ne ngamba era banaye tukole certificate yawa, tukole certificate, banaye muleete, naye ndeeseyo bweziti. Si lwakuba njagala certificate eyo nayo, mbagaye nze nja kukola eyange. Naye ekyo tukikola olw'okuba nti nno tusikiriza abantu. So nze mbeera ku platforms nnyingi, buli gye ndaga nze siviira yaawo, ndekayo kendeseyo ne bwekaba katono katya. Ekiseera kino tetwagala bigambo bingi. Ekiseera kino twagala actions. Ebigambo ebingi tubyogedde for the past 5 years. Katwagala actions. N'abeekalakaasa mu diaspora bana era temulekeraawo. Just recently nze Comrade Yani twabadde tugenda na kuyoma ne Comrade Nico yankubidde n'angamba, Marie, are you still people power? Ne mubuuza what kind of insult that? Naga not that way. Lw'okuba nti sikulaba. In fact, misinzemu just 1.5 months for personal reasons. Naye nga ngenda kuddayo nekalakaasa. Okukalakaasa okwo kwa ground okwo nakwo kuyina effect nene nnyo. Yenno ki ekirala waliwo kye mbadde njagala okusembyayo. So buli omu waali President yagamba kola ky'osobola, naye kati tukikoze kasonso. kuganga buli kyokola teekeramu ddala effort yonna kubanga mujjukire nti waliwo bano abadduka emisinde mu kisaawe n'olaba abantu abadduka naye bw'aba anaatera okutuuka waliwo abalebera n'agwa naye waliwo alaba nti no this is the time if I lose here I lose n'omulaba ng'ateekeramu ddala ag'omubuto gonna kubanga this moment will never come again. So tukole buli kye tusobola kyonna ne olaba omunno walemeredde musindiikirize. Ekisembayo nnyina atayaziza nuupu abaagala bonna muyinza okunkontaktinga planning okugulawo edduuka babadde bantiisiza olw'okuba amaduuka ga wano agasinga batandise okugaggalawo ebintu ebisinga online ziwambye. So abaagala atayazi zonna ezisinga nzirina. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Yes, thank you very much, Comrade Marie. I'll give the mic to Comrade Ellen Prezo, and then we shall be closing in the next 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. Buvunaanyizibwa bwange buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe okulaba nga tutereeza eggwanga lyaffe okulaba nga tubawo kye tukola ku lwa Uganda eno ku lw'ensi yaffe tusobola okwejjako